Figure 9.8 BasePlusCommissionEmployee2.java. In this second version of class BasePlusCommissionEmployee, we wanted to take advantage of the fact that class CommissionEmployee from the first example in this lesson already defines a lot of what it means to be a BasePlusCommissionEmployee. In particular, it already defined the first name, last name, social security number, gross sales, and commission rate instance variables, and all of the set and get methods for manipulating those, as well as the basic concept of earnings for a commission employee and a two-string representation for a commission employee as well. So rather than redefine everything from scratch, if you have classes that have so much commonality, to create the new class that has the same common capabilities, you can simply extend the original class with those common capabilities, which is what we're doing here at line 4, where we say that our new class extends the commission employee class. So when we use the extends keyword, if a member of the so-called superclass, commission employee in this case is the superclass, if a member of the superclass was originally declared public in the superclass, it becomes public in the new subclass, in this case BasePlusCommissionEmployee2, that you are creating. There is an exception to that, which is the concept of a constructor is always specific to the class in which it was originally defined. Therefore, constructors are not actually inherited. Also, we're going to talk about protected in the next example. If there were something protected, that would be inherited into the new subclass also as a protected member. And then as far as the private members of the base class or superclass are concerned, they are part of your new subclass objects when you create those objects, but you can't see them directly. The only way to get to the superclass's private members are through any of the public and protected methods that you inherit from your superclass. And because of that, and because of the way we purposely coded this class that we're looking at right now, we're actually going to wind up with some compiler errors when we try to access private members of the base class or the superclass called commission employee. So take a look at our BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 class here. Once again, it extends commission employee. Notice that we declare only one piece of data, and that is because we're relying on the superclass to provide the other 5 pieces of data. Now, when we do get to the point of creating a BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 object, we would still need to initialize all of the pieces of data that we expect to be in an object of this class, which means we're still going to receive 6 pieces of data as parameters, but we have a new syntax that we've introduced here at line 13. This is actually a required syntax in Java. The super keyword, when used as the first statement inside the body of a constructor, can call the superclass's constructor to do part of the work of initializing an object of this new subclass. And this is not a recommendation, this is actually a requirement. Every new class that you create that extends an existing class is required in its constructors to invoke explicitly or implicitly one of the constructors of the superclass that immediately precedes the class in the hierarchy. So in this case, our commission employee class only had one constructor. It requires 5 arguments. So I am required to put this special syntax as the first statement in my BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 constructor, and I pass off to the commission employees constructor the first name, the last name, the social security number, the sales, gross sales, and the commission rate. And then the commission employee constructor is responsible for initializing the part of any BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 object that was originally defined in the commission employee class. So the commission employee constructor is responsible for initializing any BasePlusCommissionEmployee2's first name, last name, social security number, gross sales, and commission rate. After doing that, we would return to this constructor and also set our base salary, as you can see on line 15. We still had to define in this class the set and get base salary methods, but notice you don't see any set and get first name, set and get last name, etc. for all of the members that were inherited from commission employee, because we're now inheriting those methods as well. For the earnings, you'll notice here in the NetBeans development tool that we're getting on the line that calculates the earnings a red squiggly indicating an error message. It says in the error message when you look at the tooltip here that commission rate has private access in commission employee and gross sales has private access in commission employee. What it's telling us is that we can't use these variable names in class BasePlusCommissionEmployee2, because even though we're inheriting them from the base class, the superclass commission employee, they were private in that class, and any variable or method that is private to a given class can be used only in the body of that class, at least directly. The way we could have made this work here, and the way we will make it work in a later example, is by calling get commission rate and get gross sales. And we have the same problems down here for first name, last name, social security number, gross sales, and commission rate, indicating that all of those are private in the superclass commission employee, and therefore the only way we can use them down here in the current example would be if we called the get methods that give us access to those private pieces of data. So if you think about it, a base plus commission employee based on our extends relationship up here, supposedly a base plus commission employee is a commission employee. And if it is a commission employee, it certainly should have a first name, a last name, a social security number, a gross sales, and a commission rate. And it does, but because of the fact that those pieces were declared private in the base class, we have really two ways we can deal with accessing those members. One would have been to call the get methods inside the scope of class BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 to provide access to those private pieces of data, and the other would be to, instead of using private, use a special keyword called protected, which we're now going to look at in the next example, to allow the subclass BasePlusCommissionEmployee2 to access those pieces of data directly. So for the moment we're getting compiler error messages. We're now going to move on to another example in which we resolve those error messages.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.